Welcome to the Terror Dome. You should be heading home, cause you could bring all of your ninjas and the technodrome. I rip right through your flesh and bone and mental capacity. Flood your mind with atrocities and copious tragedies. This dark Sabbath is a lesson in street. Behold the church of the ghetto, feel the words when I preach. Amen. Let the Lord say a prayer for these niggas, that they don't end up in front of someone banging their trigger. Living life like a war pig. Fuck the law, I'm getting mine. Let the others figure what the cost is. Purchasing the fortress on gorgeous acres enormous. Car park full of foreigners and women just waiting on us. We living the dream. Y'all living like hell is earthbound. We are not the same. You've been a lame since birth, pal. I don't feel sorry. I recommend they go dirt bound. Doggy dog world, and you've been looking like Chuck Brown.
Men who like to keep their morning routine simple will love these multi-for-him gummies, specially formulated with 12 key nutrients designed to support men's daily nutritional needs. Nature-made multi-for-him gummies help support muscle and bone health. It improves your immune health, and it increases your energy metabolism. With the quality you can trust, nature-made multi-for-him gummies have no artificial flavors, no synthetic dyes, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial sweeteners, and is gluten-free. Pharmacists around the world have recommended Nature Made to be the #1 vitamin and supplement brand. So when you need something that's going to help you get you through the day, when you need something that's going to increase your energy to help you get you through that workout, to make you perform as an elite athlete at the top of your ability, try Nature Made multi-for-him gummies, because you don't want to stop.
To the 12th round.
Well, beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brown Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, this man is a certified kitchen assassin. He is a chef amongst chefs, Senor Fuego himself, the one and only king of the knives, Chef Showtime. What's happening, Chef?
What's good? What's good? How you doing?
Oh man, blessed and highly favored, as the old folks will say, Chef. Good to see you, my friend. You know what I'm saying? We up here in Phoenix, Arizona. Right now it is 118 degrees outside. Um, I know that most of my hair on my head has slid off my face. It's just my eyebrows are still here. I think I drew them in with markers. Man, it is hot. I'm in my house and I got my air cut down to like 70, but it's 80 in the house because it's 100 plus outside. So wherever you is, I hope you guys are staying cool. Let us know where you are, what's going on with you in the comment box. Chef, what's been happening, my friend?
Yeah, living life. You know, that's all I've been doing.
Being local.
Yeah, living life in this heat.
Yeah, living La Vida Loca, man. Oh, listen, Chef. We gotta talk some wrestling, man. Beautiful people. Hope you guys are doing good. Let's go ahead and start with the big one, man. We lost a certified absolute legend in the game, a WWE legend, a wrestling legend overall, man, and the father to the one and only Roman Reigns. We lost Sika Anoa'I from the legendary group, the Wild Samoans. He just passed away. I believe it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I don't know the exact time of death, but I know this was blasted everywhere on social media, man. So this was a big hit to the wrestling community. I'm sure the whole bloodline. I got to say the whole bloodline. Everybody in the bloodline felt this one, man. And we send our condolences to the one and only Tribal Chief Roman Reigns with the death of his father, man. I know that has to be very hard and very tough on him and the entire family. Real quick, Chef, what do you think about Sika passing, man, and what does this mean to the Bloodline Dynasty?
Oh man, it's sad that he passed, but I think that's gonna put fuel for Roman to come back with vengeance. We'll take it back to his family.
Yeah, very well could be, man. Sika was a huge supporter of Roman Reigns, especially when he first won the belt all the way up into his Tribal Chief run, even crowning him with the garnishments. I forgot what it's called, but the Samoan flower wreath, I guess. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, they were shown putting that on when they had the early Bloodline storyline with Jimmy and Jey Uso. And I think that was a great moment that he got to share with the world of his father kind of passing down the torch to Roman Reigns, man. And I know the whole Bloodline family is feeling it because I've seen that post on everybody's page, including Rikishi, all the way down to Roman Reigns. And Roman was like, I know he's feeling it right now, him and his sister. So we want to just send our condolences to the family, man, and rest in peace, Sika of the Wild Samoans. Also, what do you call it? Ancestor of the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? One of the founders of the original bloodline, going all the way back to the 80s, man. So we wanted to say rest in peace to Sika Anoa'I. Chef, keeping on the whole bloodline train, man, we had a huge introduction. I don't know if you saw it. I know the whole world has seen it. And I know that we all have been waiting for this man and his presence. The Samoan werewolf, the one and only Jacob Fatu, just made his debut on SmackDown, man. And I was so excited to see this, man. I've been waiting for Jacob Fatu to come in play for a long time, man. And now he's finally in the WWE. And what a debut that they gave him, man, because he was able to come in and wreck shop with some absolute legends. First of all, I would have to say that this man probably has one of the best debuts that we have seen in a long time. You know what I'm saying? From coming in and it looked like Solo Sikoa was about to he about to get jumped. He was about to get jumped. The rest of the guys kind of got, thrown out the ring and beat up by Randy Orton and KO and Cody Rhodes. But then this giant of a man comes in and completely destroys Kevin Owens, completely destroys Randy Orton, and completely destroys Cody Rhodes doing a splash onto the table, man. And then at the end of the whole thing, put up the ones and twos with the one and only Solo Sikoa and the two other members of the Bloodline. Man, this was a huge debut. We have been waiting for Jacob Fatu. Actually, back in December, I don't know if you remember, Jeff, but we were supposed to have an interview. We had an interview lined up with Jacob Fatu, and I wish, people get busy, you know what I'm saying? But I wish that we would have got that interview because I had some great questions lined up to ask him, man. And I thought that would have been a really great interview, even going into this whole Bloodline storyline. But from behind the scenes, Roosevelt was able to ask him some questions, man. And we were excited to get that feedback, man. But what do you think about Jacob Fatu finally coming to WWE, finally joining the Bloodline? Is this a game changer for the Bloodline?
Man, what was that pay-per-view? Was Roman versus Jay?
I think that was that Hell in the Cell or SummerSlam? The first one was Hell in the Cell, I believe.
Yeah, I could distinctly remember. I was like, man, we're gonna bring Jacob Fatu into this as help, and everybody like he ain't gonna come, So no, when I see LP, I'm just gonna laugh at him like I told you he's gonna be here. Look at him now. Jacob Fatu is Bloodline, but I'm happy to see him though. Yeah, and I didn't like how he destroyed everybody, but I liked how he destroyed everybody. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't like how he destroyed all of our favorites, but at the same time, I loved every minute of it. You know what I'm saying? Where he came in and he showed that he belonged there. He was an absolute star. I've been a Jacob Fatu fan for a long time, and I know a lot of people in WWE have been kind of advocating for him to come. One of those people, he's not in WWE anymore. He's definitely in AEW. I think he just left his contract with AEW. But Mark Henry was one of the guys that were really advocating for Jacob Fatu, man. And also Booker T. Booker T has been working with a lot of the Bloodline members all the way down. Yeah. I want to say the Usos, but I want to say before the Usos, maybe Roman, I'm not sure. But I know he definitely worked with the Usos in his promotion, Reality of Wrestling. And right now we have another upstart that's coming up that everybody has their eyes on, who is Umaga's son. And man, I can't wait for him to come up. But right now, man, we got Jacob Fatu, and I know this is a long time coming. Fans, let us know what you think about Jacob Fatu coming into the whole Bloodline storyline in WWE. I think that the Bloodline looks really strong, and if they are smart, they will let Jacob Fatu be the mouthpiece to the Bloodline. I like Uso. I like Solo. I like Solo Sikoa, but Solo Sikoa I don't think that he's really catching the interest of people. I want him to. I want him to kind of step into that whole role of being chief, and he's not doing nothing but just intimidating Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is crying, hugging CM Punk, saying, "Take me with you. Take me." You know what I'm saying? So I like the direction that Solo was going, but for some reason Solo isn't that strong. And I think with the addition of Jacob Fatu, I think that the Bloodline will have a mouthpiece. I think that they will be strong and that they would definitely be dominant, man. I don't really see too many people number one, I didn't see too many people that wanted to stand against the Bloodline all the way, what, 3 years ago? Even till now, the bloodline still holds that power, even with the introduction of brand new factions into WWE onto SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so excited to see Jacob Fatu. I wonder what they're going to do with him. I hope they let him talk. I hope they let him carry new storylines and new feuds. And I just want to watch. Now I want to watch. You know what I'm saying? So I want to watch and see what they do. I want to see if they add any more members on. Who knows? Inquiring minds will like to know. But let us know what you think about Jacob Fatu and his debut in WWE. I think that I just want to see more. I'm interested. I want to see more.
I just like you guys know I used to love Solo. I love Solo. Solo's he's a beast. He's not a talker. He needs to go back to that silence, just standing there looking at people. That put more fear than his talking make him seem horrible. That like I don't like how he talks. It just I don't know. I feel every time he talk, I feel like I get stupid. You know, I'm like, what's wrong with this dude?
Not stupid, Chef.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something about his. I think it's his voice. I'm like, no.
You cut the man some slack, Jack. Cut him some slack.
He's a great wrestler. Like, just don't talk. He's a
great wrestler. Just don't talk. Just don't say nothing.
Nothing. Just stand there and look at him.
Don't say nothing about nothing. Oh man, and the fans are actually thinking the same thing, man. They are so excited to see. Let's go over to Twitch, man. Yeah, Rip Sika. Yeah, absolutely. Rip Sika. RS in peace. Sika. Hold on, this is funny. Chef, you look like Lamar from GTA 5. Woo, what you got to say? Damn, they going in on you, Chef. They going in. Yeah, they going in, man. But I can't wait to see what more they do with the whole bloodline storyline, and especially with the introduction to Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob Fatu is an absolute game changer. He's strong, he can talk, he's big, he can fly. He has all the best attributes of all of the bloodline members. You know what I'm saying? And he moves like Umaga, meaning very strong, very fast, very powerful, hard-hitting, no nonsense type style wrestling, and I absolutely love that. So, man, I think that the WWE was a little nervous to bring him in, mainly because they didn't know how he would fare, and they didn't know how he would fit into the bloodline, and they did not want him to overshadow Solo Sikoa, and I can absolutely see him overshadowing Solo Sikoa. Do you see that, Chef?
Most definitely. You seen it when he came out there. Everybody like, whoa, nobody care about Solo anymore. Everybody said, oh, they take a pot too. You know.
Yeah. I told you, man, he's a game changer. So if you guys are ready to see what Jacob Fatu is ready to do, let me hear something in them comment boxes. But that was a big one. Also, Chef, we didn't get a chance. Go ahead.
I'm just wondering who they're gonna start posting them against. Like,
right now it looks like Cody and Randy and KO.
So they go.
That looks like the next transition.
But
you know what I'm saying?
It's played out. That's already played out against Cody. It's already played out against KO. I can see him starting with Randy, but they need another faction to come and just two hard-hitting factions.
Well, they have the Final Testament, which is Karrion Kross's group. I'm not sure. Don't give me that face. Don't give me that face, Chef.
Is that a real group? I don't know.
They have the Final Testament, and that is a group that Karrion Kross and AOP is in. They also have the Pride, which is the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. And there's a group. And then they also have the OC, which are still there. Even though the OC mainly wrestles on NXT right now, but they are a SmackDown branded group. You know what I'm saying? So you have some potential feuds there. You know what I'm saying? You have some very good feuds that may happen. But we also got another faction, and more than likely this faction is going to be on Monday Night Raw, terrorizing everybody in their mama. And this is one that we've been speculating, damn near seemed like for years. I mean, it's like we've been wanting to see this for the longest time, and it was Bray Wyatt and his group that he was starting, and we was kind of speculating on when it would happen, if they were going to go ahead and have the Wyatt Six is the group that I'm talking about, if they were going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that. And soon as Bray Wyatt passed away, man, we thought that that was the end of that. You know what I'm saying? We thought that they might not do it, and they've been having some, huh?
Stop the blasphemy. I never thought that. You guys did. I kept saying it gonna come out. You guys said no. I'm a bird.
We wanted it to happen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We wanted it to happen. You know what I'm saying?
I never.
You never. Well, now it's happening, and now people have to prepare, and they put the whole locker room on notice. Do you hear me? Listen, Jay Uso was like, "Hey, look, Bray Wyatt, his family is here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no problems with them. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, they can have the Fireflies back." He was like, "Bray Wyatt is still my man. I'm gonna always, rep for Bray Wyatt." But he was like, his family is here, so yeah, I got to go. Skirt yeet. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm out of there. Jay wanted no problems with the Wyatt Six. And if you don't know what, look at this. Does this not haunt your dreams? Are they not terrifying? I wouldn't want to cross them on a good day with a gun. You know what I'm saying? I would not want to cross any of it. And so if you want to know who's in the actual group, you have Bo Dallas, who is Uncle Howdy, right? And Uncle Howdy has been kind of terrorizing in the early parts of this year, early parts of last year, kind of terrorizing the Raw and SmackDown roster. Excuse me, mainly SmackDown. But you have Bo Dallas. You have Dexter Lumis. You also have Eric Redbeard, Joe Gacy, and Nikki Cross, scary looking ass. And they are the new Wyatt Six. Now, you can see why Jey Uso did not want to cross them. You can see why the Raw SmackDown locker room is going to be on notice. There are no other factions on Monday Night Raw that is going to be able to compete with them. And if they do it right, and they do the storyline right, and they do Bray Wyatt justice, then the legacy of Bray Wyatt will live on with this group, and they will be able to do some amazing things. I'm pretty sure that the Fireflies will come back. That creepy ass portal door to another scary ass world is back, and they are going to take some victims. Chef Showtime, what do you think about the Wyatt Six?
Man, I love it. I've been waiting forever. Now what do you say? We're here.
We're here.
Yeah. That right there, I was like, oh my God. Then I laughed because when I seen how they did Chad Gable, that was funny.
They killed Chad Gable. Chad Gable had a bullet hole. I was like, what the hell did they hit Chad Gable with? It looked like somebody shot him, and he looked like he was dead in the back. And I'm like, ain't nobody gonna check on him. The refs ain't check on him. You know what I'm saying? Triple H did not come out of Gorilla to go check on a dead superstar in the back. It was really graphic. I mean, the whole thing. I think when I missed the actual full show, but then I started watching clips. And when I was watching clips, I was watching it at night. And I was like, the intro. And then I was watching it and I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna watch this scary shit in the morning. I think I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I don't need to watch it right now. I don't need those nightmares. I think they're doing good. A lot of people are excited to see them and excited to see what they are able to do. But then the fact that Chad Gable was murdered on TV and then came the next week begging to the Alpha Academy to get back in, I thought that was funny. I'm like, won't you just dead in the back somewhere with a bullet hole in your head? What happened? How many lives do you have, Chad Gable?
They had made a meme for him right after. I'm like, man, that was fast.
That was fast. What kind of recovery is that? Chad Gable got to be a clone. That was Shorty G that we saw. That was dead in the back. I don't know. But man, I love seeing this. I want to see what Nikki Cross does. I think that's the interesting part. She's kind of been zoned out, and I was like, okay, they're about to do something big, and they about to do something with Nikki because it didn't make sense. She was in the Rumbles in the middle of the ring, just standing there staring, all creepy. She has always been creepy, even since her NXT days. She's always been weird and creepy when she was with Sanity, and then she kind of had her NXT run, and then she came up to main roster, and it was just buddy friends, nice with everybody. She started off with Alexa Bliss being friends and I guess tag team champion with Alexa Bliss, and then she kind of bounced around a little bit. She ended up finding her way when she was Nikki. What was it? Almost a superhero, Nikki Ash. You know what I'm saying? She was Nikki Ash for a while, where that character actually won her the women's title. And she was women's champion for a little bit. And then she turned into a bad guy, but she still had the superhero gimmick. And we was like, she need to go ahead and get rid of that. And she eventually did. Went back to the Nikki Cross character, still kind of played second fiddle. And now she is the only female in a horror group. I guess you would call them. She's the only female in this group of dominant characters. First of all, they have some great wrestlers, not just characters, but they have some great wrestlers in this faction. We're talking about Eric Redbeard, who was known as, I believe his name was Eric Rowan.
Yeah,
back in the day, it was Eric Rowan, and he was in a group.
The Bludgeon Brothers.
The Bludgeon Brothers. Yeah, he was in the Bludgeon Brothers. And he was a dominant figure. And up until they had him carrying around like it was a cage. It was weird. At the end of his WWE career, he was carrying around some weird cage with some weird animal in it. And then they ended up being this gigantic spider or something like that. I don't know what it was. It was horrible. And then, once he left WWE, he started doing some things on the indie scene, and then he picked up the name Eric Redbeard. Now, I'm not sure if he's still going to go by the name Eric Redbeard or he's just going to go back to his old name, Eric Rowan. But he is a monster on that squad. You also have Dexter Lumis, man. With Dexter Lumis has always had a creepy character, but Dexter Lumis can absolutely, positively go. And he's a great wrestler. I want to see what he does with this character, but it just fits so well. Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy is a great wrestler too, man. He's on the shorter side. I think he's probably the smallest out of all three of these, but he can really talk. He can carry a storyline. He gives you shades of Bray Wyatt. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? And Joe Gacy can absolutely go in that ring. He's a great wrestler. And then Nikki Cross. Like I just gave Nikki her flowers, man. That's being a women's champion. But Bo Dallas is the one that I'm very interested in, and the vignette that he just cut was very emotional when they asked him about how he felt about his brother and his brother's death and his brother's legacy. Right? He just touched on it briefly, but I think that Bo Dallas is really going to shock and surprise people at how good his acting really is. And I think that anytime somebody comes in and they play this dumb half-witted character, and then they're able to show a different side of them, like Austin Theory. Austin Theory, when he was in NXT and when he was part of the Way, he was this dumb-witted kind of character. And then when he came to the main roster, he got with Seth Rollins when Seth Rollins was that the Jesus character, the Messiah character. And then he broke off from that, and then he just started being this asshole that everybody loved to hate. And so that did wonders for him. So with Bo Dallas, I think the last character, he was trying to get people to vote for Bo Dallas or whatever the case may be. Bo Lee. You know what I'm saying? But now he has an opportunity to show what he can really do. Now he has the opportunity to show that he can not only act, but he can also carry storylines, and that he can also go in that ring and he can wrestle. And so I'm excited to see where they go with that. They are absolutely going to terrorize Monday Night Raw. I don't see no other factions or groups stepping up to kind of take them on. Now they're kind of hinting at Chad Gable joining the Creed brothers, and they're going to be a great faction. But then all of that is null and void when you get an act like the Wyatt Six in there. So I 100% believe that a lot of people are going to start clicking up for protection, just like when the Bloodline was going around terrorizing the roster. 100% believe that they are going to push talent into a new way, but they got some new players that they can play with, and I'm excited about that. So let us know what you guys think about the Wyatt Six, and if they are going to be a real player on Monday Night Raw. I think that the whole group will. I think that the group, it'll be good if they elevate. Oh, I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Judgment Day is on Monday Night Raw. It's only a matter of time before they cross paths. You don't think so? You don't think that the Judgment Day and the Wyatt Six are going to cross paths at some point?
They're going to cross paths. But think about it. The Judgment Day, then you got the Wyatt Six. It's not fair at all. It's not fair. It's like a pit bull versus a chihuahua.
I mean, you got some good matchups there, man. If I had to kind of call it out, I mean, you got all right. So you got Bo Dallas, and Bo Dallas can either go against Finn Balor,
okay,
which would be a good one for Bo Dallas. Finn Balor. You got Dexter Lumis. You know what I'm saying? So with Dexter Lumis, I think that old Big Head Bobby. What's my man name?
All right, JD Madonna.
JD Madonna. Oh, bobblehead Bobby. Yeah. JD Madonna. I think they'll be a great matchup because they both came from NXT. They're both familiar with each other, but JD Madonna is he's great in that ring, man. I think that a lot of people, since he came to main roster, he's not really a threat, but he was definitely a threat on NXT. And then Dexter Lumis is just creepy, man. So I think that they can have some really good ones. You're doing Giant versus Giant. You got Eric Redbeard, you know what I'm saying, versus the champ. Damian Priest. They can put on a banger of a match as well. And then even Damian Priest and Bo Dallas, I think they can do some really good things. You got Joe Gacy and I don't know, Carlito, maybe. It's cool. Or Dominic. Joe Gacy and Dominic. Joe Gacy and Dominic could be something.
That's disrespectful. No.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah,
I think Joe Gacy and Dominic could be good.
Nah, Joe Gacy. I give Dominic Nikki Cross. You know what I mean?
Oh, shame. Shame. Shame on you, Chef.
Because Joe Gacy, he has the skills. He has a lot of skills. He just from when he was in NXT, he was a mouthpiece. He was talking all the damn time. But he can wrestle.
He can wrestle.
But against Dominic, that's not. No.
I think that Joe Gacy and Dominic would be good because Joe Gacy can definitely taunt Dominic and make it kind of crazy. And then you got Nikki Cross, man, and when Mommy comes back, Nikki Cross versus Rhea Ripley, and they were former tag team. I believe they were champions at one point. Mm-hmm. They were former tag team champions. So it would be interesting to see Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley, or Nikki Cross and Liv, because it looks like Liv is kind of trying to wiggle her way into Judgment Day and take over Mommy's domain. You know what I mean? She's been having these very sexual segments with Dominic Mysterio. You know what I'm saying? Where she's giving Dominic her room key. She's jumping on Dominic and accidentally laying on top of him, sending him pictures on his phone that even Carlito was like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Going around calling Dominic daddy and wearing a shirt that says daddy's girl, taunting Rhea and saying when Rhea comes back, I'm going to take everything that she has and everything that she wants. Meaning she's starting with Dominic Mysterio. So I can definitely see Liv Morgan versus Nikki Cross if they do allow Liv Morgan to come into Judgment Day. So Judgment Day versus the Wyatt Six is not too far-fetched, Chef. And I think that the only group that's going to be able to stand up to the Wyatt Six is Judgment Day. Ponder on that, put a quarter in it, stamp it, come back to it. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that pans out. But I'm excited for the Wyatt Six, man. I think that this is very creative, and we've been asking for more things from creative. And I think that this group is absolutely one of the things that's going to push WWE into this new R-rated era. You know what I'm saying? And you have two mouthpieces in this group in Bo Dallas and Joe Gacy. And I think that they are going to terrorize and scare the hell out of kids. So they are going to haunt some people's dreams, 100%.
They should have made Joe Gacy the Rumbling Rabbit, because the Rumbling Rabbit is always talking the Firefly Funhouse. You know,
yeah. Hold on, let me go back. Let me just make sure who is the Rambling Rabbit, because from what I see,
is Gacy.
No, the Rambling Rabbit.
No, the Rambling Rabbit is
Redbeard.
Yeah, and he don't talk. He don't talk like that though.
I don't even remember Eric Redbeard even talking. I can't even remember a time of him talking. And I think that he has, but it's not really memorable. It's always been angry. You know what I'm saying?
Luke Harper used to talk for him when it was the Bludgeon Brothers. Luke Harper.
Absolutely. Luke Harper, and he's very well missed on the WWE product and AEW. Luke Harper did some great things within his tenure with both companies, man. And I think that the impact that he's had on both rosters, man, has been definitely monumental, and it's still celebrated to this day. But Eric Redbeard or Eric Rowland, as Rambling Rabbit, we'll see how that pans out. I would love to put him to bring the Firefly Funhouse back and put Bo Dallas in that spot, but I'm not sure how that will look, and I'm not sure if Bo Dallas will be able to carry that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I love the Firefly Funhouse. I was the fan of it. You know what I mean? I love watching it each and every week, especially when Bray Wyatt had the belt. It just was always interesting. And I think that he was probably one of the more memorable champions that we've had. prior to Roman Reigns because of what he was able to do with the storylines, how he was able to push the talent, and what he was able to do with that belt, man. So Bray Wyatt definitely had a memorable reign. And so, question: who do you see them possibly putting the belt on within the Wyatt Six?
It will finish. I think it will finish the Wyatt Six story, like Bray Wyatt legacy, if they give it to Bo Dallas. If they get to give it to Bo Dallas.
Okay.
Uncle Howdy, remember Uncle Howdy made Bray Wyatt lose the belt.
Aha. Aha. Yeah, kind of a little bit. I think that the untimely death of Bray Wyatt, man, that was hard in itself. But I know that fans really wanted to see more from Bray Wyatt, and they wanted to see something great. I know we were waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? So now this is the possibility that we were asking for the WWE to do something, and they can absolutely elevate Bray Wyatt's legacy through the Wyatt Six if it is done right. You know what I'm saying? I think they hired a horror writer. I can't remember his name. I know we did a story on it a couple of months ago, but they hired a horror writer to write for Bray Wyatt. I'm not sure if he's still with the company, but if he is, then he can pick up this whole Wyatt Six thing and make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Best Damn Nation, let us know what you think about the Wyatt Six and this whole thing, man. I think it's great. I'm excited to see it. Yeah. Chef, got a comment for you, man. I don't know what it means, but we're gonna answer it anyway. It says, "How do y'all feel about green beans?" Personally, that's a question for Chef. I'm gonna let you know how I feel about green beans. But Chef, how do you feel about green beans?
It all depends how you make it. You feel me? Like if you put the green beans with some, like the foodies like me, you some bacon, it's delicious. You just eat it by itself. I don't want it. I'm not healthy. I don't want to healthy. You support me with it.
Yeah, well, if you don't dine on the swine, I prefer fresh green beans. You know what I'm saying? We'll get them from the store. That comes, you can pick them up. So I don't do the can. We don't do can here. It's too much sodium. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do fresh green beans, cut the ends off of them, clean them up. You know what I'm saying? Put some vinegar and some salt, soak them in some water, make sure that they clean, and then I saute them maybe with some garlic and some onions. And then if that's if you want to do the healthy kick. Now, if you don't want to do the healthy kick and you want to be a heathen like Chef Showtime and down on that swine, go ahead and put some bacon in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Bacon.
Nah, you can put the bacon in it. It's delicious. But just because of that question, I'm going to post my green bean casserole.
Okay.
Before green bean casserole. Just for that question. I thought it was going to be nasty, but it was delicious.
It was delicious. I'm going to put that on the shirt, Chef. It was delicious. Yeah, man. I love green beans, man. Go ahead and get you some green beans in your diet. You know what I'm saying? Green beans can be a great snack, a great side dish. You know what I'm saying? Chef already said he got a green bean casserole for your Thanksgiving, your family reunion whenever you want. So we're going to post that on the Best Damn page and the Best Damn group page. So you can check that out and see and make you an awesome, bomb-ass green bean casserole from the one and only Chef Showtime. Oh, man. Chef, man, what else in wrestling you want to talk about, my brother?
What else? What else was the good stuff that happened?
Oh, man, it's been a lot of stuff that happened. Hold up. CM Punk is about his ass drugged by Drew McIntyre in Chicago.
I was about
Was
to say
that not disrespectful?
because he was talking about that SmackDown solo. Like, you think you're gonna beat me up in Chicago? But he went outside and got his whooped by Drew McIntyre in Chicago.
Yeah, it was a straight Chi-Town beatdown. The gate came up. He was all bloody. Drew picked him up and carried. First of all,
Like a
it's
backpack.
bad enough you got your ass whooped in your hometown in front of all your people. But then the man picked you up and carried you. Listen, I've been in fights before. I ain't never had nobody pick my lifeless body up and carry me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing you want. Somebody to beat you up and then pick your lifeless body up and carry you a few yards away.
The worst part was the drop. How he just dropped it like, yo.
Get off. Dropped his ass like laundry at the laundry. Dropped them off. Yeah. Man, I think that this whole Drew McIntyre and CM Punk beef, I didn't know I wanted to see it or needed to see it, but now I need to see it. I think it's very much more interesting than I thought that the whole feud was going to be between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. And then the whole Drew McIntyre and CM Punk thing just kind of came out of left field, and it's like, hold up, it's something over here too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to see what. First of all, I'm interested to see what CM Punk does when he comes back. Right now, I'm not impressed with CM Punk. And I know he's on the injured list, and he's coming in and he's doing these one-offs. He's been making Drew McIntyre's life hell. He's been interrupting every match. So I'm not mad at Drew McIntyre for wanting to get his 1-2s in and dragging his lifeless body all across Chicago. But at the same time, I didn't know that I needed to see the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk beef, and now I want to see them get in the ring and do something. And when they get in the ring, Drew McIntyre is absolutely going to destroy CM Punk. But I think they're going to write it so that CM Punk gets the win. I don't know. They have been having a field day with screwing Drew McIntyre over. Straight up.
It's not going to be good writing. I mean, you finally get him in the ring, then you let CM Punk win. So Drew McIntyre really gonna quit this time? Like, no.
That man ain't going nowhere. You think he gonna go to AEW? You think he gonna go to TNA? He ain't going no damn where. He's gonna stay exactly where he at and play the field and try to be at the top of some cards. But the fact that remains is that a lot of the stars, quote unquote stars in WWE, the market is saturated. It's a lot of stars and a lot of wrestlers that are trying to get that number one spot, to the point where a Drew McIntyre and a Bobby Lashley are looked at as they're main event players, but right now they're mid-carders. And even though Drew has had some matches like Clash at the Castle, which was absolutely great. I loved every minute of it. I thought Drew was going to win that, and then he got screwed by CM Punk. But man, Drew McIntyre has been firing on a lot of cylinders, man. He's been at the top of the card, but at the same time, the roster is so stacked that you can't just go and say, I deserve this anymore. Like, you got to prove it, and the fans got to push you. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time I really feel like the administration or the WWE executives are listening more to the fans. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're just kind of like steering everything to where it seems like they're listening to the fans and they're getting feedback from the fans. But the fan input for especially the live events and where the WWE has been heading lately, it just seems like they're doing what's best for business. And then a lot of situations, they are listening to the fans. And you can see how they were listening to the fans during WrestleMania when The Rock and Roman had the main event. And then, then Cody Rhodes came and all of a sudden Cody Rhodes now has this main event back at WrestleMania. But that was due to the fans. You know what I'm saying? The fans' reaction to Dominic. Dominic has had an amazing career. From the time that he stepped in and he was getting mollywopped and mauled by Brock Lesnar, all the way up to now where he's being Dirty Dom, and he has this sexualized storyline with Liv Morgan, between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. You know what I'm saying? So they have, and then Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is, listen, Braun Breaker is the truth. Braun Breaker is the next coming to Goldberg. Braun Breaker is an absolute beast, and they're booking him as the beast that he is. And I'm excited to see what they do with Braun Breaker. And it look like they might put a title on him. Let me go over to Money in the Bank, man, which this match, these matches for Money in the Bank are starting to line up, and I'm excited about it. But for Money in the Bank, for the females, you have Liv Morgan versus Elena Vega. You also have, hold on. I don't know if this is all the way correct, but for sure, Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins is going to be one of the main cards on the roster. Yes. I'm not sure about the whole Sheamus, and I think it's going to be Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. And then you have both the women's and the men's Money in the Bank match, which I'm going to really watch very closely and be interested in. Now we have some people in here, like you have LA Knight, you have Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, which Andrade has been doing really well lately, and I'm happy to see Andrade getting some play, man, because he is an absolute star in that ring. And then Chad Gable, what is my man's name?
Who are you talking about?
In the middle with the blonde hair. Jesus Christ. He is my guy.
What's is that Kozlov, something like that?
No. I ain't gonna do my man like that. God, it's on the tip of my tongue. I'm about to say Stroganoff, but I know that right. I know that's some beef. I know that ain't right. Ilya Dragunov. Thank you. Woo! Ilya Dragunov in that thing, and Dragunov is actually. I would love for Ilya Dragunov to win that. To be honest with you, I would love for Ilya Dragunov to win that, because I think that he will really put people on notice. I think that, Ilya Dragunov, like I said before, he is the second coming to Gunther. But then you also have Mr. Yeet in the Bank, Jey Uso. Jey Uso is my absolute favorite to win that thing. I'm putting my money on Mr. Yeet in the Bank. You know what I'm saying? I think if Jey Uso wins Money in the Bank, then people are going to be yeeting all over themselves. They're going to be yeeting all over the place. They're going to have to wipe the yeet off them when they leave, because Jey Uso is going to be Mr. Yeet in the Bank. You can put your money on it.
Who do you think he'll face?
I think it's going to. Who he's going to face?
Who do you think he'll face if he wins? Because if he wins and Damian Priest still have it, he takes from Damian Priest, that gives Solo a storyline to fight his cousin, his brother.
The SmackDown champion right now is Cody Rhodes. Yeah. And Jay and Cody, for some reason, have built this friendship.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that Jay and Damian Priest, part 2 will be a great fight. I think that first match was a banger.
Or I'm saying Seth Rollins takes the belt from Damian Priest.
Ooh.
He faces Jay, because remember, Roman has never beat Seth Rollins.
Yeah, he has. Roman and Seth had I think it was last year, then Seth came in with the Shield garments on, and he came down the ramp and kind of playing mind games with Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns ended up beating Seth Rollins, of course, with the help course, for him, for the bloodline. But still, Roman Reigns has won that fight. Now you got a point. Who would you rather see Jay Uso cash in on if these two are still champions? Would you want to see him cash in on Cody Rhodes, or would you rather see him cash in on Damian Priest if he keeps the belt? Now I'm not sure, and Damian Priest is hell bent on keeping that belt and proving people wrong. And a lot of people think that Damian Priest is a transitional champion, but I gotta say, man, Damian Priest looks like he's gonna try to hold on to that belt for a while. As long as the Judgment Day is strong, I think that Damian Priest will be good. But for some reason, they've been having a lot of cracks in their armor. You know what I'm saying? Mommy is not around no more. Damian Priest is still not a leader. I mean, I see he's not a leader to me. I guess I don't know what his leadership style would be. Just tell everybody what to do and then act like he's cool with certain things happening. Like Carlito coming in the Judgment Day made no sense to me. I don't even know what his role is. I guess he's the comic relief for the group, and I can see that. It makes sense. Every group needs a comic relief. But if that was the fact, you might as well have just kept R-Truth in there. And they kept on having the back and forth with R-Truth. I think that if they had Truth in that spot, it would be better. I like Carlito there. Carlito is he fits in some strange way. So, whatevs. But to be honest with you, man, I think that as long as Judgment Day is strong, and we just saw Finn Balor and JD McDonough win the tag team titles. So I think I think that the Judgment Day right now is looking pretty strong, man. Damian Priest is the champion, and then they got the tag team titles right now. And then if Liv Morgan joins the Judgment Day, then they will have another title, which was Mommy's title. And now Mommy got to get it back from Daddy's little girl. I don't know how they gonna play that whole thing out, but I'm interested to see where that goes, man. So yeah. Shout out to the Judgment Day. Hopefully y'all stay strong enough where y'all can still be a top faction. Because the Wyatt 6 is coming for that ass, and it ain't gonna be pretty.
Yes.
They are coming, and it's not gonna be nice. I'll tell you that much, Jack. Oh man. Chef, real quick, man, we had the Hyperdrive tournament about 2 weeks ago, and a lot of those matches were absolutely amazing. We were doing the Hyperdrive tournament to celebrate our 100th episode and us getting to this whole milestone. And what we did was we got connected with some of the top indie talent in the Carolinas all the way down to Florida. And they competed in this Hyperdrive tournament. We've had some amazing matches, great high-flying matches, some injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them from James Johnson, man. Him and Caden had a great fight, and both of them had some battle scars. I know I showed this before, but Jaden had a black eye, and then James Johnson, man, his eye was all the way busted during that match. But we had some amazing matches. AC Divine had a great match. This guy named RJ Weaver stepped in because he was supposed to fight Dynamite Jackson, and RJ Weaver stepped in, young kid from Carolina, man, and he put on an absolute great match. G Money and Sean Cruz was a great match as well, and Jim Stone and Jake Tatum was an amazing match. So if you guys have not had the opportunity, go back and watch this tournament. You will see some new up and coming stars, man, and I think that all of these guys are very, very talented. And we are going to see the finale of that tournament on July the 14th at 11 o'clock. Set your watches, set your calendars, all that jazz, because it's going to be a slobber. It's going to be good. So If you want to see some great indie talent, if you want to see who's up next, watch this Hyperdrive tournament that the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast is putting on, and you will be pleasantly surprised. You will be a fan of some of these talent, man. And listen, it's just good all the way around.
I'm
We
just
spread
waiting
the
for
love.
Jessica Lazarus. I'm waiting for Jessica to come back to wrestle.
You know Jessica's name is like Beetlejuice. Once you say it, we got to bring it up. I didn't do it. Chef did it. Roosevelt, do not fight me, sir. I don't want the smoke. The one and only Chef Showtime. Say Jessica Lashley's name, and anytime you say Jessica Lashley's name, it's like Beetlejuice. She just pop up. You know what I'm saying? Just pop up. I didn't do it to you. Chef did it to you. Oh man. What a great show, Chef. Look, real quick. You know what? I think I'm going to play an old school interview. This is just a short, small interview with Roosevelt or Mr. Everything and the one and only Ricky Morton. Let me show you guys this clip. And yeah, we'll comment on it. This is Mr. Everything with the legendary WWE Hall of Fame legend, Ricky Morton.
Ladies and gentlemen, at Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, I'm right here with the legend, the WWE. Okay, that's easy for you to say. WWE Hall of Famer, Ricky Morton, Uncle Ricky. What you need to tell us? It's good to see you. I got one question for you. All right. You have done everything there is to do in professional wrestling around the world. You've been in the ring with everybody. Yes. Tell me your dream match, any era, anybody, alive or deceased. You would agree.
Oh, my dream match?
Yes.
Have I never had a chance to wrestle?
Yes.
Will be the Hitman Brother. See, I got to wrestle the Bulldogs, Davey Boy, and the British Bulldogs and all them, but I never had to wrestle Bret Hart. That would have been one of my dreams. Oh, there's no
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, WWE Hall of Famer, Ricky Morton, and Miss Larry. It's back to you guys at the Best Damn Podcast.
Oh man, Ricky Morton said that his dream match will be between him and Bret the Hitman Hart. Book that. I don't care how old both of them are. Book that right now. Take my money. I want to see it. I want to see it. But absolutely, in their primes, I would love to see Bret the Hitman Hart and Ricky Morton go at it, man. I think that they would have been an amazing match. And listen, we got some more interviews for this year that's lined up, man. So just stay tuned. Keep on watching the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Keep supporting us. Keep on supporting our sponsors. And we're going to show you guys some love. Real quick, Chef Showtime. Let the beautiful people know what you got going on and where can they find you.
They can find me on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Chef Showtime or Dante Carter. Right now, I got some stuff in the works, So I'm trying to do something big. Like in a couple weeks, I want to do something real big. I got something planned for us, for the best.
For us?
Yes.
All right. U.S. for us? All right. Oh, man. So you guys go follow what Chef Showtime got going on. And also check out some more of them recipes from Chef Showtime. We already talked about green beans, man. So Chef Showtime said he got a green bean casserole that's going to knock your mama socks off. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and post that on the page, and you guys can check it out and make you a green bean casserole from the one and only Chef Showtime. My name is Brian Renegade. You can follow me on all platforms at Brian Renegade. And if you want to follow the show, You can go to our Instagram at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. We got a Facebook group. You can follow our Facebook group at Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. We got a Facebook page where we post all of our stuff. You can go visit that at the BD Wrestling Podcast. We got an X. You can go over to X at Best Damn Crew. We got a Twitch. You can visit our Twitch at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. We even got a TikTok while it's still ticking and talking at Best Damn Wrestling Crew. And you can go to our damn store and get you a damn shirt. We got all kind of cups, mugs, hoodies, shirts, aprons, all that jazz. You can go ahead and go to the Best Damn store and get you a Best Damn shirt for the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast and continue to support the boys. So go over to our damn store and get you a damn shirt. Damn it. Yeah. Got to put that little bug in. Also, man, follow us and check out the Hyperdrive tournament. You can go to those pages I just mentioned. See the Hyperdrive tournament on July the 14th. That's going to be a great match of showcase of new talent and old existing talent in the Carolinas that have been doing their thing and putting on some amazing matches for the fans and for you guys to go check them out. So you can check out the replays of some of these matches, and you can check out the finals for the Hyperdrive tournament where we crown the Best Damn Wrestling champion, the undisputed Hyperdrive champion, on July the 14th. So if you want to see some great wrestling, if you want to see some amazing matches, if you want to see somebody get their head taken off, then watch the Hyperdrive tournament on July the 14th. And we're going to actually bring back some of the people who lost the tournament, and they're going to compete in the match for the first contender of the Hyperdrive tournament, whoever the champion is. So this is an old graphic from June the 16th, but don't worry about that. Just go and check out the Hyperdrive tournament. You can view the old episodes of this tournament on YouTube. You can check us out on Facebook, and you can also watch the Hyperdrive tournament on July the 14th at 11 o'clock on the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast page. Whew, Chef Showtime. Man, you know we do this each and every week to give the people some motivation, to give the people some hope. You know what I'm saying? To talk about something that's going to motivate and empower the people. Chef Showtime, do you have a final word for your beautiful subjects?
I have a quote from one of the best ever, Bray Wyatt. He said, "I will build my empire next to the sea so I can laugh from my throne as my enemies drown." I love that. That's me. I love some enemies.
Watch my enemies drown. Yeah, that is deep, insightful, and terrifying at the same time, Chef.
I just sit around like, wow, that's.
Yeah, that is very philosophical and scary at the same time. I like that. That is a quote from the legendary Bray Wyatt, spoken through the lips of the legendary Chef Showtime. Lavender Jones. Oh man. My quote for the day is, sometimes that we can be so focused on things that we want and things that we think we need, and we lose track of the things that we already have. And the things that you take for granted are luxuries to other people. You know what I'm saying? I know some people will be like, "Oh man, I need more money," but you got a roof over your head. "Oh man, I need a better job." Well, you got a car to drive. "Oh man, I wish I had this and that and this." Well, you got love in your heart and love in your household if you have a partner. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's easy to focus on the things that we need and neglect the things that we already have and the things that are already working for us. And it's okay to have wants and needs. It's okay to want more and strive for more and strive for greater. But you have to show gratitude and be grateful for what you have, because the things that you overlook or the things that you don't put attention to are luxuries and things that other people wish they had. You know what I'm saying? So always show gratitude, be thankful for what you have, always strive and work towards better. Don't focus on what you think you need. Focus on the things that you have right now. That's going to make your future better. It's going to make you a better person. You know what I'm saying? Better individual. You know what I'm saying? So be appreciative and thankful for the things that you have, and always strive for the things that you want. Because you already got what you need. You got life in your body, you got air in your lungs. You know what I'm saying? So everything else is up to you. That is a final word from your boy, Brian Renegade. Go ahead, Chef.
Before we leave, WrestleMania. Are we doing WrestleMania Vegas? Because I'm already booking for WrestleMania Vegas.
You already booked?
I'm getting my room booked already. I'm trying to get a suite.
I have a lot of factors, but God willing, Chef, I'm gonna be in there with you, screaming, drinking beer, eating popcorn and nachos and shit, and having the ball of my life at WrestleMania, and we will be in that conference room asking questions. So if it's up to me and the man upstairs, absolutely, I will be in WrestleMania at Vegas. There ain't nothing but what, a 4-hour drive from here? That ain't bad. You know, that's an hour plane, or a 30-minute plane ride. That ain't bad at all.
If you let me drive, it's 2 hours. If you be there 2 hours, you let me drive.
I like to drive straps, Chef, so I ain't trying to have you speed and get us pulled over. So yeah, I think I might just take the plane. I think I might just take the plane on that one. But yeah, absolutely. If we can make that happen, I would absolutely love to be in WrestleMania for Vegas. I think that show is going to be amazing. I think that's probably going to be one of the. It's probably going to be one of the best WrestleManias if they do it right.
Yes.
If they do. Now, it's going to be hard to top this last one with The Rock. And it's going to be hard to top the year before with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I think that Vegas, if they are going to top WrestleMania, I think Vegas will be a great place, not only for the fans and the economy there, but WWE, and I hope they have to lift their game up, because they have some really big events coming up within this year and next year. But WrestleMania at Las Vegas, I'm trying to be in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be in the building. So let me know what you book and when you book. I might book with you. That's all I'm saying. If you go on to WrestleMania in Las Vegas, holler at a player when you see us on the streets, pimp. You know what I'm saying? I said that wrong. But holler at a player when you see us on the streets. If you see the best damn crew at WrestleMania, man, show us some love. I might be up there with a big ass picture of my face. You know what I'm saying? With a sign of all of us with the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast on that thing. I'm excited. I got to get some good seats, though. I ain't trying to sit in the nosebleed. I might put some money towards it. You know what I'm saying? Couple $100, maybe $1,000 to a seat or two. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. We're gonna try to be in that building for WrestleMania. Absolutely. Any more comments, criticisms, news, shit?
No, that's it. No.
Nothing really. Well, listen. We can't hold you no longer. You can go to all of our pages, check us out, see what we got going on. You can check out the Hyperdrive tournament on July the 14th, where we showcase hot talent in Virginia's, Carolinas, and then the Georgia area, all down to Florida, pretty much the whole South, man. We have some very talented cats, man, that's putting on an amazing show for you guys, streaming live on our Facebook page and on our YouTube page. So go check out the Hyperdrive tournament on the 14th, and you can listen to the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Continue to support your boys. We are doing some great things. Within the last 30 days, Chef, 2.5 million people that we've been reaching. So we clawing our way to the top, Jack. We clawing our way to the top, and we got some huge interviews coming for you guys later on this year. So stay tuned. We will see you next week on the next Best. Come on, you just gonna. I'm doing the sign off, Chef. How you gonna leave me hanging?
That was my son.
All right, let's do this again. We will see you next week on the next Best
Damn
Wrestling Podcast. Chef, you are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Thank you for being on this episode. Beautiful people, we love y'all like play cousins. We bid you adieu.